To a short training video to go through in our new system, OPAS G2, how you as the recruitment teams can submit pre-placements to us. So you will all get a link to our new OPAS G2 system. Currently, we are in a pre-production system before we go live. So if you can see a website top left, ignore that for now. That isn't the correct address, but this will be sent to you shortly. But this system does mirror what our live system will look like. So this is the page you'll see when you come to log in. So once you have your login details, you can simply log in here. For today's test, we will be logging in as NNUH HR. So you'll put your password details in and you'll go into G2. So the first thing you'll come across is the OPAS G2 homepage. So this will show you some top level information on pre-placements, management referrals. It will break down pre-placement by status and where the status are graphically. And also you have then a couple of summary highlight areas which you can click into if you like. But this is once you're more familiar with the system and you can stay at this page. But for now, we'll be discussing submitting a new pre-placement. So on the left-hand side, you have the tree, which is where you can find all of your various sections that you'll be using G2 for. So the first one to go to is the pre-placement area. So if you just click on pre-placements, you then come into a more comprehensive pre-placement dashboard. So the first thing to note is that when you want to create a new pre-placement application, you will click at the top right here, the Create button. So by clicking, you will then have some options that are listed for which will be relevant to your organization. So at the moment, because this is a pre-production system, we have all of our various options for various different customers. You won't necessarily see all of these. You may have one or two depending on your organization. So you simply need to click the most relevant one for the candidate. So let's choose a non-healthcare worker. It will highlight green and then you press create and then you will be going into the form to submit this to us. So the form is quite self-explanatory. It's applicant details, it's information about the position that they have applied for, any risks they have to their job. You can also attach any relevant associated documentation here. And once that is complete, you would simply press save at the top and you would press then issue to applicant. Now, again, we're not going to fill in this information, so there's nothing to issue for us, so we won't be pressing that. But once you have pressed that, you will get a prompt from G2 to confirm that the form is complete. Now, this is important that once you have pressed issue to applicant, you will not be able to amend this form. So the save option is there for you to perhaps start filling in the form and then come back to it at a later time. But yes, once you've pressed issue to applicant, you will no longer be able to amend this side of the form. So you will confirm the prompt that will pop up. And once you have done that, you will get another prompt that says what G2 has done. So it's issued to the applicant. It will give you the name that it's issued to and also the email address that it's issued to. So it's kind of your second check there to make sure that it has gone to the right person. So back to the pre-placement dashboard. Again, we said this is your kind of more in-depth area for pre-placements. So this is where you can track all of your applications with us. So along the top first, we have all of these circles. These are meant to give you just a quick glance numbers for any of the pre-placements that are in the various sections. So pending, issue to applicant, awaiting triage, etc. And then below that, we have these banded areas, which is where you can then expand on any of the cases that you want to look at. Excuse me. So if you were looking to see the status of whether an applicant has looked at their pre-placements form, whether it's sat with us awaiting triage, when we've picked those up and we're starting to work through them, they move automatically into their various sections. So this is the page in which you will do that. So if an appointment is required after we have triaged or screened the pre-placement assessment, the clinical team from Workplace Health and Wellbeing will send a communication via email to the candidate asking them either to contact us to book an assessment appointment with a clinician or self-book an immunisation appointment at an appropriate time and date that suits them. Again, we have a self-booking system for them, so that's positive. Once the screening and any of the appointments or required appointments have taken place, you, the recruitment team, will receive a notification via email issued automatically from G2 that the outcome is ready to view. So again, coming back to the pre-placement dashboard, which is where we are here, you will see such cases in the recently finished section. Obviously, we haven't done any, so there's currently none here, but there are some that are archived. So for when you come to see the recently finished ones, it will be sat in this section. But for us, for now, it's in archived. So just a quick note, it is obviously the responsibility of the recruitment team to download the PDF report, the outcome report, and save it into your employment files or your records for your staff. So if we come then to opening one of the cases, let's say this Wendy House was the case that you're following, you'd click this open button, and it will take you to, first and foremost, this is on the left-hand side, a mixture of OH advice that we have given after seeing the form. And on the right-hand side here, we also have a full timeline of what has happened throughout the case. And if you wanted to get the OH advice as a download, you'd click up here on this communications tab. You'd click this button here that says new email, letter, or text. Just wait for it to load for a second. And then you have your pre-placement outcome report here, which you can then just simply click to download. And that is how you would submit and track pre-placements with Workplace Health Wellbeing.